Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're taking a local trip. We're actually going down to Tucson, Arizona. I am speaking at the, what's it called? Employment Symposium. And the whole point is to expose high school students to the vast career opportunities that exist in the areas of science, technology, and engineering, arts, mathematics, I guess everything. So I'm gonna go talk to 600 students about their future. And again, I'm gonna lay out a couple of things, right? So I'm gonna talk to them about the problem that they wanna solve, to think about the problem that they wanna solve, or the thing that they're passionate about. I'm gonna talk to them about this opportunity that they have, right? This is a generation that was born post-internet. They don't know what the world looked like before the internet and what opportunity they have in front of them, and that they can be passionate about anything and they can find an audience for the thing that they're passionate about. And that's what I'm gonna go talk to them about. I'm also gonna bring my camera and my drone because one of my favorite places in the world is the Saguaro National Monument near Tucson. Just beautiful. So I want to take my camera, take some pictures, fly my drone close to that place because you can't actually fly it in the park. It takes about an hour and a half to get there. Probably gonna take me 5 hours to get back. So Tucson trip tomorrow. Today I'm doing an interview for a blog post. Speaking at some event in May, and they wanted to write a blog post about my visit, and they wanted to ask me some questions. So I'm gonna do that interview. Castro, say hi again. Still nothing from that dog.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know.
Hello.
Hi there, this is Amanda Mavic from Making Waves. How are you?
I'm videotaping the answers because I want to use it for some blog thing that I'm doing, but I just want to give you a heads up.
Okay, no problem. I was doing a little background research on you, and I found your NBC interview, and I also found your new YouTube channel, and I was impressed by the high production quality of your videos because you said you were just learning to do it, but I thought they looked really good.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I'm still learning to do it.
How do you think that technology can promote college success for first generation and low-income students?
So here's the thing. I think that we completely underestimate the power that technology and the web have. You know, when I was 11 years old, and if you asked me, hey, what happened on December 7th, 1941, and I didn't know, I'd say, hang on, I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna go find out. And I had to go look that information up. There's this whole process that went into trying to find information. If I'm 11 years old today, I have access to all the world's information at my fingertips, right? That's just so powerful that we don't stop to think about how amazing that is and how much faster learning can happen because of technology, right? It used to take forever to learn something because of the time gap between when you needed to know something and when you had access to the information. Today, we have immediate access, and learning happens so much faster. Like you mentioned the videos. I don't think that 10 years ago I'd be able to do that. Well, today I can go online, I can watch tutorials on lynda.com. I can watch people on I can see 1,000 videos on how to do transitions in Premiere Pro, and maybe there's one or two that somehow just connect with the way I learn or the way I think about it, and I just connect to that. That is amazing. The ability to constantly learn, how quickly we can learn. All right, that's angle number one. And then the second part of that is because of technology, because of the internet, because of the web, we have an opportunity to be passionate about anything we want to be passionate about, and then have an audience for that.
I think we kind of take it for granted now.
And this next generation takes it for granted even more than we do because that's all they know. That's what they're born into.
And when you're speaking to college students about the role that technology can play in their lives, what advice do you give them? What do you want them to be thinking about?
So I admit this freely, which is that I remember when I was done with graduate school. I can, in my head right now as I'm talking, you can remember when I typed that last word on that 60-page paper, my last 60-page paper that I wrote, typed that last word, hit print on that WordPerfect 5.1 program, and sent the paper to the dot matrix printer to print. I remember thinking at that very moment, I am done learning. I never have to learn again. And what a foolish thought that was 20, 30 years ago when I graduated from college. Imagine what that's like today. So the advice that I give college students is this idea that their whole lives, they've seen education as a process. You are in school, you are being educated, we are educating people. And what I tell them, the best advice I can give students, especially in college, is that learning is not a process, it's a mindset. And if you have that mindset of always being curious, always learning, always being able to say, I don't know, right? The self-awareness that you need to say, I don't know how to do X, let me go learn how to do it is to me the best thing that you can do. And just one more thing about first generation college students, right? I think first generation college students, what happens your freshman year, and everyone who has gone through this says the same thing, which is that you feel like you're an imposter. You feel like you don't belong there. You feel like somehow somebody made a mistake and you're not like everyone else at that school, whatever school. And the more prestigious the school, the harder that realization is. And when I talk to first generation college students, is to remind them that they do belong there, that as a matter of fact, that their perspective, their point of view is completely unique because of the circumstances that brought them to college, and that they should take advantage of that. So that's the message for first generation college students, that we understand the difference between equality and equity. And oftentimes think we're talking about equity, but we're actually talking about equality. College should be available to all students. Yes, absolutely. That's equality. Underrepresented students should have the same access to college that anyone else has. Yes, absolutely. And that's equality. Equity is to understand that those in those underrepresented categories have a harder time when they get to college. That it's not an even playing field. That potentially they're coming from schools that were less than ideal, so they might have a bigger gap between what they should know and what they know, and that we need to provide that support for them. Or they might not have the financial backing that another student has, and so when they get to college, they don't have their parents' financial backing to buy equipment, to just live. I remember, I didn't have anything when I was in college, and I would find friends to steal off their meal plans, at the end of the month, some months, right? So understanding that equality is important and giving opportunity to all students is absolutely necessary, but we also need to focus on equity, which is what are the resources these students need to succeed, right? How do we unlevel the playing field?
Great. Well, I think that will be a powerful ending for the blog. Thank you so much for your time.
All right, back to your regular scheduled program.
Still dark out, headed down to Tucson for the 600 students I'm talking to. And it's cold, but it's not, Montana cold.
When did I lose my perspective? Oh God, have I lost it? But my cravings for you so shameless, can't get enough. I've lost you.
That big
And you're off my.
I made it to campus. U of A, gotta go upstairs. I'm about 10 minutes late. I forgot my phone in the car. Don't you love that feeling where you reach into your pocket, your phone's not there, but then you check it 3 times in case somehow it's just gonna show up in your pocket somehow?
You're supposed to wait here.
Okay.
And the students will find you, the students will lead you to the green room, and then they have a package.
Okay.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I saw you at Estrella Mountain Community College.
Oh,
You're with
okay.
Google, right?
Yes.
That was awesome.
Thank you very much.
Because I work at Palo Verde, and we were there with the STEM
cool.
stuff.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we're here today, too.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to the kids.
Are you?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
so glad to see you again, because
Yeah.
you were very inspiring.
Thank
I
you very much.
appreciated it.
Thanks.
Thank you. Good seeing you again.
Good seeing you.
But you're off my radar now.
Done with the students down here at U of A. Got to talk to about 500 kids, which is pretty cool. I always love talking to high school students, and they had some really good questions, and I had a bunch of people come up afterwards asking me questions, so it was cool. Now, back home, but gotta take some pit stops. I brought my camera, brought my drone, gonna stop over and take a couple of pictures. It's always fun. All right, let's go.
Your taste.
So we're in Tucson Mountain Park, and it's middle of the day. I wish it wasn't, but I can't hang out here until sunset.
but it's absolutely beautiful here.
Feel the music, the rhythm, a heart on a mission. Can't fight the feeling.
One of the reasons why I like taking pictures is because you get a different perspective on the world. You get to stop and observe things. You get to take it all in, and so it forces you to see the world and be in it. So I love taking pictures. You always have to look out for rattlesnakes or anything else that can kill you in the desert. There's lots of things that can kill you in the desert.
First time on the floor, but I'm into it. Nervous from my knees to my fingertips. I might have a broken heart, but I won't hold back tonight. Lights go out, I move like I'm over you. Nothing on my mind but the beating truth. I might have a broken heart, but I won't hold back tonight, 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 tonight. So I won't hold back tonight, 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 tonight. I might have a broken heart, but I won't hold back tonight, tonight, tonight. I don't get why I'm so shy in everyday daylight. Wake up at nighttime and I'm not defying it, no. I'm here to put on a show. Oh, way too late for you, babe. I'm okay, and I'm not defying it, no. I'm here to put on a show, yeah. First time on.
So the trip down to Tucson went really well. I got to talk to about 500 students. I'm really excited about this generation, the questions that they were asking, the things that they wanted to talk about. Like I say many times, this is a problem-solving generation, and I'm thrilled to see what problems this generation is going to solve. I love Arizona. I love living here in Phoenix. I love this state. And one of the reasons why I love it so much is because you can go out and be in the middle of nowhere. And I got a chance to go out into the desert and take pictures and fly my drone. This video is basically about the desert in Arizona.